Hi, this is the demo of the MicroSui Framework project. In this demo, we are going to see one of the more basic operations that we can make with this framework, the offline sign. The offline sign is when a device that holds the private key signs a transaction without being connected to internet. In our demo, you will see an ESP32 microcontroller that holds the private key sign the transaction offline. I mean, that device does not have access to internet. But before that, a gateway using the TypeScript SDK builds a transaction message. Send it, we obtain the signature in the ESP32, and after that, the gateway sends the signed transaction to the Sui network. Let's begin. Okay, first step, we're gonna build the message. In the gateway, we're gonna look here the code for that. This is the address sender, address A. This address is the address of the ESP32. The gateway already has the address, and this address is the recipient. Okay, this address has, we're gonna see it now in the Explorer. This address, we're gonna see the balance. This address has 0.1 Sui. Okay, so, and we're gonna send 0.5 Sui from this address to this address. So we're gonna build the message. So we can see now the code is not necessarily see all, but you can see that we obtain the message. We're gonna run this to obtain the message. Okay, so building the message. This is the message. Okay, well, normally between the gateway and the device, we're gonna have a protocol for send the data to one device to another. MQTT, I don't know, NFC, can be anything. But this demo is very simple. We're just gonna copy this and we're gonna pass this in the code of the ESP32. If you can see here, we have C, the C language. Okay. And this is the code for the ESP32. So again, this message we're gonna hard code it here, but normally this message comes from a protocol. Okay, so now we're gonna send this to the ESP32. Now I have here the ESP32. I'm gonna make a simple video to. Okay, now you are seeing the board, the ESP32. This board, this is the second step. I forgot this second step. Sync the message in the ESP32 device. We have already the message. Okay, so we're gonna sync it. You can see here. This is the function of the library, of our library. We can see it here, sign offline. Okay, this is the sign offline of MicroSui. We have all this crypto encoded, and of course this is proved it works. So we're gonna run this, upload and monitor, and here we are writing the ESP32 and is blinking. Now is blinking. Okay, we have the signature. This is the signature. You can see here. This is the message, and this is the signature. Perfect. We have the signature. Now, with the signature, we go to the third step. So we're gonna copy this signature, and we can close this because it is done here for the ESP32. Now we're gonna broadcast the transaction. We have the signature, and this is a previous message. This is not our message, but we're gonna copy the signature here, this signature, and the message that we generated before in the step 1. This is the message. We're gonna copy the message here. Okay, so we have the message, we have the signature generated in the ESP32. We have everything to create the transaction and broadcast it. Okay, so we're gonna run this. We have everything. We're gonna clean this up, and we're gonna gateway, this name is broadcast. We're gonna run this, broadcasting the transaction. Okay, transaction send it to the network. We have the link here, we have I guess the transaction block, and we're gonna see it in the Sui vision. Oh, here, 7G, okay, overview, timestamp 30 seconds ago. This address is sending Sui to this address, okay, and we can see previously that account now has 0.6, okay, because previously we have 0.1 and 0.6 now. So you can see the transaction is made. What is the important here? This is the main thing. The private key is only in the ESP32 and it's an offline signature. So it's a very interesting demo, I think, very interesting transaction, because we are agnostic of all that. The private key is only in the microcontroller, and that is great. And this is just the beginning, because this is the simpler transaction of all. We can make in the future all the flow in the ESP32 and in another boards, of course, and PLC for the industries, and we can make a lot of things here. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the demo, and any questions, you can contact me from my email, and thank you.